if your kids are heading off to college, trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives, I know lots of adult women that are trying to do that as well. They may try different things, and our next guest certainly did, from event planning to volunteer teacher, and even working for a U.S. senator, but writing became her true calling. Please welcome New York Times best-selling author Marie Bostwick. Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to see you.
I'm so glad to talk to you. You are already an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm very much about helping women find their calling.
Right.
And you actually figured your way out to that. How did you get into writing?
Well, you know, I never didn't write. I started writing pretty much as soon as I could hold a pen. When I was 5 years old, I was trying to write a screenplay to Camelot, because my grandmother had the musical, you know, so I was trying to do a story. It really wasn't until I was about 30, and I'd written all these years, but just for myself, where I met someone who informed me that I was a writer. And I had to take it seriously. And so I studied for about 10 years.
Right.
And after, when I was about 10 years into it, I was writing a short story, and it kept getting longer and longer and longer. And that was my first book, Fields of Gold.
Wow. I told you in our pre-conversation that I personally had tried to publish a book. I don't know a lot about publishing. I got very frustrated, lots of rejection letters. And just before we get into talking about your wonderful book, real quick, what's a good tip for somebody that's inspiring to do something like this?
Do your homework.
Okay.
Understand the business. This is a business. It's an art for me, but it's a business.
It is.
So you need to read everything you can. And you know, if people go to my website, mariebostwick.com, and I think you all will have a link to there.
Of course.
I actually have a section called For Writers, in which I recommend different books that people might want to look at, because you really need to know what you're doing. You've got to be professional.
Thank you for doing that. I'm going to go read myself. Yeah. Okay, so this new book is called Between Heaven and Texas.
I love this
book.
Now,
are you from Texas?
I'm not from Texas, but I have been married 32 years, and I've had 18 addresses, and 4 of them have been in Texas.
Really?
And I fell in love with Texas when I lived here.
Of course you did. It's the best place to live.
Well, and you know what makes Texas is Texans, because Texans adore Texas, and that's really what my main character in this book, Mary Dale Templeton, she is a microcosm of all the things I love about Texas.
This girl has true grit.
She does. She does.
I was reading about her last night.
Yes, she does.
She's a true Southern girl.
She really is, and you know what? This is the book of all the books I've ever written. I wouldn't change a word. I wrote this book not for the critics, I wrote it for my readers, and they have responded to it.
Wow. Okay, what I love about you is that you took a passion of yours, which was sewing and quilting.
Right.
And then you put it together with friendship.
Yes.
And writing.
Yes.
And
all
it became your passion all in one.
I've been a quilter for about 25 years. And the thing I noticed about quilting is I have so many friends. We are so different, and they would not have been my friends if not for quilting. That was the thread that brought us together. And that's always what happens in my books, in these particular, the Cobble Court quilting novels.
Which was your first set, your first series?
Well, that was my series, yes. I'm not finished with it. I've the 6th one. Oh my goodness, the 6th one's coming out at the end of April. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. What I love about that is that friendships, especially women friendships, women empower women.
Yes.
And we need each other's encouragement.
We do.
To find our calling, and then to really thrive and excel in that calling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sewing does that. Book clubs do that.
Yes.
Tennis clubs do that.
Scrapbooking, cooking, anything that brings you together, because women need an activity together.
You just hit a chord. Women need an activity outside of mothering and all the duties that we do. Women need that. And so that's why I love that you have found that thing outside of all of your normal activities. And you're thriving in this right now as an author.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I have a blessed life. I really do.
What are your next adventures?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll tell you one adventure I'm having. On Friday, I'm going to Jefferson, Texas for the Jefferson Quilt Show.
Really?
I'm going to speak there, and I'm actually, you know, I really mean it about friendships, and I've made a lot of good friends with some of my readers. So I'm loading up 2 of my readers from Dallas, and we're going on a road trip. It's going to be Thelma and Louise and Louise.
How fun is that?
It's going to be great.
Trip.
We're going on a girl trip.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. And I have to just mention, this dress is darling. It's got books all over the fabric. I just think it's outstanding. It's perfect for you and anybody else that loves books. And I know I can't wait to read further into this. We're going to give 2 of her books away today, and you're going to sign these for us as well.
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, thank you. If you'd like to check out Marie's books for yourself, we've got a link to our website. On our website, it's thebroadcasttv.com, and then we'll get you connected. And keep an eye out on Facebook page. We'll be giving away couple of copies of her autographed books right there. In honor of the Stew Pot Alliance Luncheon, when we return, we're in the Sub-Zero Wolf Bentwood kitchen making smoked sausage and barley soup. We'll be right back.
You're fantastic.